Hi, welcome. It's Julia, and you are tuning in to my Couch to Confident series. In today's video, we are focusing on balance. Balance is essential for anyone who has yoga or fitness goals because we start to work the big muscles, the calorie blasting muscles that we all know we need to work, but when we incorporate balance, we're also starting to work the stabilizing muscles that help us feel agile, strong, and keep us safe. So this is an essential and very important part in anyone's yoga practice. Let's get started. Bring your feet about hips width distance and put a little softness into your knees. Your knees don't have to be bent, but try to avoid locking them out so you feel buoyant and bouncy and ready to go. So let's get started. On your inhale, reach up. On your exhale, take your hands to your heart. Keep going like that. Link your breath with your movement. Just starting to sync up the brain, the body, the breath all together. Just a few more times. We are working on balance today, so if this is not something you're super familiar with, feel free to grab a kitchen chair in case you need something for stability, or anytime you need, you can just touch a wall for support. Good. On your next breath in, reach straight up. Take your hand over to your left forearm, side bend, up and over. Lift your rib cage towards the ceiling. Gently pull the arm over until you feel a stretch to the side seam of your body. Great. On your inhale, lift up, switch your grip. Arc up and over to the opposite side. Lift up through the rib cage so your waist stays nice and long. And then deepen with your exhale. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, hands to your heart. So we're here on our 2 feet, finding stability and balance in just a standing position. And as we go through this video, we're going to increase the challenge in our balance. You don't have to do every single pose, you just do your best. All right, so as we move on from here, I want you to take your feet hips width distance, sit back in a chair and draw your hands to your heart. So from the side, your knees should not be way in front of your toes. You want to bring them back a little bit so your hip bones are back, your pelvis is down and low, and then lengthen your spine. Draw the pit of your belly in and let your heart come up to your hands. Good. If you'd like to add on additional challenge, just reach your arms up. Your arms should frame your ears so you have one long line from your tail all the way to your fingers. Take a full breath in, and on your exhale, pull your palms together, stand up, and drag your thumbs to your heart. So we'll move into just a few chair squats. I'll guide you through, and the whole idea here is to start to tone up your legs and your glutes so you feel really strong in your balance, and these are the same muscles you need no matter what workout you're doing and no matter what your fitness goals are. Good. So on your inhale, sit back, reach your arms up, and on your exhale, stand up and draw your hands to your heart. Good. Inhale, reach up as you sit back. Exhale, stand up, draw your hands to your heart. Good, so linking that breath with movement. It's big in. Exhale on the exertion, pulling muscle to bone. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, pull. 3 more times. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. Last time, reach and pull. Nice job. If you need to shake your legs out a little bit, that's totally fine. Little bit of shuffle side to side can relieve the tension. Great thing about working with our legs and our glutes is these muscles are really big and they regenerate quickly. So if you're sore, you just stop, take a few breaths, and then you jump right back in. Wonderful. So from here, we're going to widen our stance now. Turn your toes out, your heels in, and come into horse. A lot of times when this is a new pose to you, and even when it's not, our knees just have a tendency to fall in, so you want to hug them out so your kneecaps track in line with your knees. Take your hands to your heart. So this is a really common pose in any power flows that you might go to or any Vinyasa classes that you might go to. It's super duper strong for your legs. It also tones up your glutes and helps you feel stable and strong. This is important to build up to balance poses so that you have the confidence you want in your posture. I know your legs are heating up, mine are too. Sit a little bit deeper. Great job. On your next inhale, reach your arms up, straighten your legs, come to a star pose. and then seal your palms and sink back into your horse. Just like the chair squats, we're gonna take a few horse squats. Again, toning the legs, turning on the muscles we need for balance, and a lot of confidence in our yoga practice. Reach up, and then sit low. Good. Go wide, sink low. Continue smooth and steady motion. Allow your body to heat up, but keep your breath nice and smooth. So if at any point you need to open mouth exhale, feel free, that'll release heat quickly. You're doing great. Let's take 3 more together. Go big, and then get low. 2 more, big and low. Last one, and now hold your horses. I always like saying that. Hold your horses. Allow your body to sink down. So you're getting deep into your legs. Feel your glutes start to burn a little bit. Sometimes we think yoga is just stretching, but a lot of it's these powerful moves that are going to shape and tone our body, as well as build and boost our confidence. Great. Inhale, reach up. And on your exhale, hands to your heart. Turn your right toes all the way out. Then parallel your back heel with your toes. And you might even have a slight angle on the back foot. Bend into your front knee, come into Warrior 2. In Warrior 2, draw your ribs over your pelvis, your shoulders over your rib cage, and take your gaze to your front middle finger. Really strong in the legs. Sink as deep as you can go while maintaining a lot of stability and strength. Great. On your inhale, reach up through the center, straighten your legs, and then switch your feet. Warrior 2 on the other side. Just bringing some balance into the body. Push down through the long back leg, so it should feel as though you're trying to anchor all 4 corners of the back foot. Bend into your front knee until it stacks over your ankle. Zip your low belly in and up. Gaze comes over the front hand. Really nice. Inhale, reach up, star pose through the middle. And exhale, hands to heart, step your feet together. So now that our legs and our glutes are toned, we've even started to find that connection of belly strength, we're going to incorporate all of that into single leg balances. So again, if you need to, grab a chair or come to a wall so you have the support and stability that you need. On your inhale, sit down into your chair and reach your arms up. We'll move into Eagle or Garudasana. Bring your right arm underneath your left. If this is a new pose for you, start by crossing the elbows and take your hands to your shoulders. If this feels all right, you can play with a bind, draw the backs of your hands together, or bind at your wrists. So from the side, you'll see that I'm still in the chair shape. My arms are bound either at the wrists or just at the elbows. From here, you can lift your right leg up and over and kickstand the toe, or float, or bind. Hug into your midline and sit low. The more you squeeze your inner thighs here, the more stable you'll feel. And then allow the knees and the elbows to come into one long line. Continue to breathe, yogi. You're doing really great. Good. Sink a little deeper. Wonderful. On your next inhale, unwind your legs. Reach your arms up. And take your hands to your heart. Nice work. Let's sit back into chair. And we'll take Eagle on the other side. Swing your left arm now underneath your right, or grab for your shoulder heads. Either one's fine. You don't have to bind the wrists. And then slide the left thigh over. You can kickstand the toe or bind your toe behind your ankle. Hug in, so the belly in, thighs in. Once you feel really stable, you can lift your chest a little bit. This is one of my favorite balance poses because it's also a great stretch for your upper back. So if you tend to get really tight and tense up here, this can be a wonderful relief. If at any point you need to remove one bind, it's always okay to do just the legs or just the arms. Sit as deep as you can and breathe. When you are looking to build your balance practice, it's helpful to find one thing to focus on. We call that a drishti. Let your eyes focus on something that's not moving and will help you with your balance. Good. On your next inhale, unwind, stand up, and feel free to shake out your legs if you need to. So even though you're not moving a lot, you might notice that balance is asking little tiny muscles inside your body to fire, and you still get a little bit out of breath. It's okay. Balance is challenging. Take the breath that you need to reset. That feels better. Okay, let's move on. So for the next pose, we'll go into a single leg balance. If you have a yoga brick or even a light step stool, you're welcome to use that as a prop if balance isn't really your thing and you're still kind of building those skills. Root down into your left leg and lift your right knee up in front of your hip. So at this point, you might notice that you're shaking and quaking a little bit, you're wobbling. Take your hands to your heart and find your drishti point. Again, it's a point in the room that's not moving that you can stare at. Good. If you need to just touch a toe down and resume, feel free to take breaks as you need to, or use your yoga block or a short step stool to help you anytime you need. Good. Continue to hug the low belly in and think mountain pose through the spine. So spine long, even if you're shaking, quaking, wobbling just a little bit. Good. If you want to add some challenge, send your arms out wide. Take another breath in. Hands to your heart. On your breath out, put your foot down. Just bounce through the knees just a bit. Scoot your hips side to side. Let that side shake out. Great. Let's shift to the other foot. And root down through your right foot, all four corners. A great way to test this is, can you pick up your toes? If you can pick up your toes here, then you know that your weight is balanced. Lift your left knee. Wrap the muscle of your standing leg into the bone and hug up through the pelvic floor, the perineum, and the low belly. So it feels like everything is going. From there, you'll feel really tight and tall. Lift your heart. Continue to breathe and know that if any point during this hold you need to tap a toe down, go for it. Just in turning on a video and taking the time for yourself, committing to a few minutes a day, that kind of discipline is amazing for your body, but it's also so good for your mind. It basically tells you you can do anything if you put your mind to it, and I really believe that's true. So stick with it for a few more breaths. Great. Release your foot, shake out your hips. I always notice that in my balance practice, this is the area of my yoga asana that really revs up my heart rate, even though I'm not moving a lot. It's because of those little balance muscles, those stabilizing muscles that are going, okay, I'm awake, I'm here. And we need those. When we have a really good relationship between the meaty, bigger muscles of our glute max and our quads and our hamstrings and our smaller stabilizer muscles, we're safer in our workouts, we have more energy, more endurance, and more agility. So this is really important stuff. Let's go to our next balance pose. From here, you're gonna root down into your left leg just like you did before, but open up the hip. So you're basically gonna take the knee out wide. Then we'll come into tree pose. Slide your foot either to the lower leg or draw your foot to the upper inner thigh. Typically, we like to find a firm connection on the lower leg or all the way on the upper leg. This way you're not pressing right into your knee. You wanna press into a leg bone. From there, hug the thigh and the foot together. Lift your chest up. And then if you wanna grow your branches, you can grow them out, you can grow them up. Find one point in the room that you can focus on, your drishti, and breathe. Those two things, breath and drishti, are enormously helpful on the yoga mat so you feel balanced. But they're also incredibly important for your own life off the mat. Being able to really focus on what you're doing and to have deep, steady breath is going to help you keep your confidence high and your stress level low. A few more inhales and exhales. Good, and release. Place your right foot down, shake out your hips. Let's move on to the other side, the last in our standing balance series. Root through your right foot, open up your left hip. So that means just take your knee out, open it up. Slide your foot either to your lower leg bones or all the way to your upper leg. Again, we want to avoid the knee, so find a firm connection on a leg bone. Then hug to the middle and lift your chest. If you want to grow your branches, maybe you take a different variety this time. Not every tree is the same. It's also important to remember that trees totally blow in the wind. So if you're wobbling a little bit, that's okay. You're still a strong tree. Any movement you feel, shaking and quaking in your body, is actually really good news. That's your muscles and your brain communicating together, so you're building muscle memory. You're actually making an imprint of this yoga class into the filing system of your brain. So the next time you step on a mat, you'll be able to recall what that feels like, and you'll feel more efficient and effective every single time you do a yoga practice. Take a few more breaths. You're doing great. Maybe you change up your arms. Find a little bit of a challenge here. Do something you've never done before. Take a deep breath in and release. Great work. So now we're going to take a super juicy forward fold to work out all of that tension that may have built up in your muscles. So step your feet a little bit wider than hips width distance, bend your knees, and then just fold forward. Let your belly hang between your inner thighs. We did a lot of work drawing the low belly in and up. Now it's time to take off those skinny jeans and just let your belly hang. So here in this forward fold, allow your face, your jaw, your head to just relax. Every forward fold that you do, from downward facing dog to this type of forward fold where you're standing, and even things like headstands and handstands, they're considered inversions. Your head is lower than your heart. And whenever that happens in the body, our brain will basically send a signal to slow down the heart, slow down the breath rate. And the result is that we feel more calm and at ease. Great. Plant your hands. Step to a high plank. Slowly lower down to your belly. Take a moment. Untuck your toes. Reach your arms behind you. If you can interlace your fingers, that's great too. But just lift up, open the front line of your chest. And shift back to child's pose. Child's pose, the knees go wide, belly between the thighs. And for this child's pose, just let your arms extend softly forward to the top of the mat. This is a really nice stretch for the glutes and the low back, which can get a little bit tense during our balancing. So right now, just allow those spaces to get soft. Should feel really, really nice. Great. From here, we'll come onto our backs. Allow your low back to get long. And we'll just take a little supine twist. Both of your knees into your chest. Drop them over to your right. You can place your right hand on your top thigh. Open your left arm out. Good, and now take your twist over to the other side. Twists are just a great way to reset the spine after work. Nice. Come to the middle. Knees to chest, and take your forehead up to meet your knees. Breathe in, yogi. And on your exhale, Shavasana. So allow your whole body to splay out. Palms face up. You've got a ponytail in your way or a braid, shift it to the side. Allow your breath to be slow in your body. body to just start to melt. It's important to take the time for Shavasana. If your brain goes a million miles an hour and you tend to have swirling thoughts, it can be a helpful practice in Shavasana to start to list all of the things that you're grateful for. A body that works, the technology to be able to turn on the computer and get tons and tons of yoga videos, the ability to even own a computer, breath in your lungs. There's so much to be grateful for, and just the simple practice of listing things that you're grateful for begins to increase happy hormones in the body and helps soothe the nervous system. 2 more breaths. Great. Make your way over onto your side. You can use your arm like a pillow. Rest your head on your arm. And then press yourself up to a seat. Well, great job. I'm so glad that you joined me today. Balance can be tough, but it's an essential thing in a yoga practice and honestly any workout. So if you do have big goals for yourself, and I hope you do, big goals are great, make sure that you are incorporating yoga as well as a whole heap of compassion and gratitude for yourself. I hope you'll tune in to my next video. And until then, namaste.
We at Wellness Plus specialize in all things health and wellness, ranging from yoga and fitness to massage and ASMR. Whether you are looking to target specific areas of tension or want to enhance your general self-care routine, we provide the tools you need to feel better, look better, and live better. We have courses for every level, whether you're just starting out or you're a seasoned pro. Our courses provide a wide range in difficulty to accommodate your evolving flow. Wellness Plus is available on Amazon, which you can stream from your home on your phone, tablet, or TV. Join Wellness Plus today and get your first 7 days free.